Niger Republic. Tinubu talks tough ahead of Thursday ECOWAS meeting, says military action not ruled out. Are you sure you know what you are getting into? Okay, these people of Niger, they know what they want. I might not be as easy as the ECOWAS think. President Bola Tinubu of Nigeria, who doubles as chairman of ECOWAS, has emphatically stated that he will not bow to pressure and that ECOWAS is willing to take decisive measures, including military intervention, if necessary, to ensure the restoration of constitutional order in the Niger Republic. Responding to questions from Al Jazeera, Ajuri Ngelale, spokesman for President Tinubu, addressed concerns on ECOWAS now has a credibility problem following the apparent lapse of its 48-hour ultimatum to the leaders of the recent coup in Niger. Ngelale refuted the notion of inaction by the ECOWAS. By the ECOWAS leaders led by his boss, asserting that the West African bloc is taking significant steps to address the situation. Frankly, that account is untrue. Ngelale began. There have been moves, to the effect that based on the consensus resolution passed by ECOWAS member heads of state at the last economic extraordinary meeting, on that authority, the chairman of ECOWAS and the president of Nigeria, Bola Tinubu, has approved the issuance of a fresh slate of sanctions to be issued through the Central Bank of Nigeria on entities and individuals associated with the military junta in Niger Republic. Ngelale clarified that ECOWAS had issued a firm ultimatum backed by long-standing protocols and that the member states were united in their determination to upholding the protocols and restore democratic governance in Niger, where the military seized power after ousting President Mohamed Bazoum on July 26, 2023. So let us be clear that there has been a firm ultimatum that was based on a mandate that has been backed by ECOWAS protocols, which have been in place for years, and the ECOWAS member heads of state will not back down from their duty of upholding the protocols as agreed by all member states. We want to emphasize very clearly to the international community tonight that we stand unified in solidarity and in our determination not to hold brief for any other nation, not to adopt the position of any geopolitical position of any other country or group of countries, but to stand for Africa on an African position that we are determined to ensure that civilian democratic governance is sustained on the continent for the prosperity, security, and development of countries on our beloved continent, he said. The spokesman was further questioned about the upcoming meeting of ECOWAS leaders taking place on Thursday in Abuja, where President Tinubu presence was anticipated. Ngelale confirmed Tinubu's attendance but declined to speak on the likely outcome of the meeting, saying that would amount to speculative conjecture on the next line of action. The chairman of ECOWAS presidential Bola Tinubu will be present at that meeting holding in Abuja, our great nation's capital, and indeed his colleague heads of state in the ECOWAS community will also be present. We do not want to engage in any kind of speculative conjecture as to what our next steps will be, but certainly we will be fully committed, as we have been throughout this process, to upholding the ECOWAS protocols with respect to our ECOWAS member states. Will handle any illegitimate overthrow of constitutional order and any of the ECOWAS member states, and the same holds true for the scenario we are watching unfold in Niger Republic. He added, we are not taking the kind of simplistic and bifurcated approach, that some international media have chosen to take, which is that either you must go in or you are not serious, or you stay out and you are not serious. Okay? We do not accept that simple narrative. What we are saying is that we have multiple levels on which we can leverage to achieve the end that we are seeking to achieve, which is to uphold the ECOWAS protocols by ensuring that there is return of civilian democratic rule under the leadership of President Mohamed Bazoum as duly elected by the people of Niger Republic. Now, whether that happens today or next week or next month, we will see. We will see. But we are determined to leverage on all elements of our power originally to ensure that happens. And that is not limited only to military intervention, although military intervention has not and will not be taken off the table. These ones are political statements that Ngelale is making on behalf of Tinubu. That is the truth. So Al Jazeera is asking questions about the military action and the ECOWAS stroke Nigerian next move in Niger Republic, and Ngelale had just succeeded in giving very high-level political statement here. The summary of it is that they have not backed down. They are meeting on Thursday. They have levels of actions to take, but military intervention is not ruled out. It's not off the table yet. That is all they are saying. They are committed to ensuring the restoration of democratic rule in the Niger Republic. The man don't force the former president resign. He don't put new prime minister. So what are we talking about here? Okay, when will they take that action? Because it is obvious that the military junta in the Niger Republic does not actually want to remain as head of state. He just wants to change the democratic president or prime minister so that Niger can move forward. So that man is still committed to democratic rule in Niger Republic, but not under Mohamed Bazoum, who obviously is corrupt and is being used as a puppet by the French against the Nigerians. Okay, so some people are making comments. Somebody say, go ahead, but start from your family, arrogant man. Exactly. I don't finish up. Somebody said the good, the bad, and the ugly. If you have to shoot, you shoot. Don't talk. Simple. War is different from snatching ballot boxes. So somebody is telling them. Exactly. It's not the way you people carry gun to snatch ballot boxes in Nigeria. That is the way you think the war in Niger Republic will go. Somebody say pride goes before a fall. Yeah, Nigeria is trying to live up to their title of Giant of Africa and the head of ECOWAS. That is why all of this is coming. They don't know say that place is not going to be as easy as they think. Ask America what they saw in Afghanistan. They overruled Afghanistan, but Afghanistan showed them paper as small as Afghanistan. So it is not what you think. This guy is seriously ignorant of what Niger historical and cultural structure is. His mission against the North is clean and clear, though can't achieve it. Thus, there is the likelihood of another civil war in Nigeria or Third World War in Niger as a base. Exactly. So wow, so they really need to be very careful with these plans, because the man in Niger is not backing down. The people of northern Nigeria are in support of the man in Niger. They don't want military war in Niger. So if they take war to Niger, be sure that northern Nigeria will join Niger to fight Nigeria. Apart from the fact that Niger, Mali, and Burkina Faso have their militants in the form of ISWAP already in Nigeria. So it's going to be a very scattered one. So let them think it well. Thank you for listening. And let's have your comment on this press interview between Ngelale, the spokesperson for Tinubu, and the Al Jazeera reporters.